and glad to have you with us as we go. I want to thank our sponsors for today's live stream, People's Bank and Trust, Landmark of Taylorville, always, for sponsoring all the great stuff. Joining me this morning is our Thursday chat with society. No, I'm just kidding. We have the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce's Linda Allen here, and Linda has a guest with her, Mark Wolf, who's joining us as well. Guys, good morning. Glad to have you on the show. How are you today?
Thank you for having us.
It helps if I turn on your mic. There we go. Now we're ready.
We're still good.
Now we're ready to go. All right. And we got nothing going on at all for the next 2 weeks. No, I'm just kidding. There is so much stuff going on always. And I've said this to a few other guests that we have, is there's so much that goes on behind the scenes and many people don't even realize is taking place to make these events successful, to make these events flow, and to make them work. And you know, we joked about Chili Fest, but obviously that's a big one in itself, that a lot of stuff goes on behind the scenes to make those a success. But it all starts with your members and with the people that are part of the organization.
It does. There's many moving parts to this. Too many people involved in many things. We will start off with last night. We had our after hours at Sperling Title, and those happen once a month. Yeah. That's a membership business that hosts it. You get an opportunity to network, mingle, have drinks if you want. Some people just come to have drinks. Some people come for conversation. We got to take a tour last night of Sperling Title. I've done that twice. And there are some secrets in the basement, but it's good secrets. I mean that in the best possible way. Records. And it's historic. It is really cool. So every time you get to go to those, you get the opportunity to meet people, see what that business is about. And it's funny when each business hosts, they all attract a different crowd. You know, what is specific to their business. And then there's some regulars that just come. So all good fun.
Very awesome. And those are when do they take place?
Once a month.
Do you know
usually like the third Wednesday.
Do you know when the next one is?
I do. It's going to be at Nesty's.
Okay.
Featuring Blake and Brad Davis of Edward Jones Investments. I always want to call it Dinner with the Joneses, but they said I can't say that, but I said
that. You broke the code.
I did. Dang it. Sorry, I hit the table too.
Oh, Avery, I miss you. Anyway, it's one of those things where again, there's just so much. And you guys just had a recent cookout for customer appreciation.
We did. Well. We brought that back this year, and that was a lot of fun. Lou Johnson of McLean agreed to host that, and by that he had a whole spread out there. He cooked out for everybody. We had great burgers topped with prime rib. There was condiments. We got to take a tour of that facility too. That was really, really, really. If you didn't know what that business was about, you got to find out. And there's so many moving parts to that place too. And it's so organized, and they service a lot of, how many did you hear?
There's four or five different
entities, different restaurants, many locations. And it was really, really cool. So we want to thank Lou Johnson for that. And we'd love to do it again next year.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Jennifer Franklin talked about it a little bit last week, but the spring swing is coming up as well.
It happened last week.
Oh, it happened last week, and that's why she talked about it. It's because it happened. I'll figure this out eventually. How did the spring swing go?
It actually turned out really well. Going into those things, again, many moving parts behind the scenes. Things at the last minute may fall apart, and you got to find a way to put them together, and you got to make it work. And we did just that. And we ended up with 28, I believe, pre-registered teams. Only 3 did not come, but we had an amazing day of fun. It was a lot of fun. I actually was a whole judge at the Moose, and they took really good care of me. You got to have more than one person there, because I got at one point I had 5 people on deck waiting to putt, one person over here checking in, and then people blocking the hole. And my job was to watch the hole and do all that. So a lot of learning things going on there, but it was a good time. We have some winners to announce. We've made the calls, but we have to say the names now.
I can just picture Linda just running around like,
don't move. Everyone,
stop. We got.
What was good about that was the golfers actually helped me. There was one that kind of saw what was going on, and he stood over there, and it was Kyle Koonsman, and he was calling out the putts as they were being putted. Tom Calvert actually sat down and helped me for a little bit. You have those moments where it all comes at once, and then there's a dry spell, and then it all comes at once, and then there's a dry spell. So
sounds like work here. Anyway, so you have some winners?
I do.
Are you allowed to talk about the winners?
I am.
Let's hear it.
I will. Okay. So we get some interesting team names. and they get really creative with them, and that's their job. They
Okay.
can do whatever they want.
All right.
However, when I say this, I can't say what they said, so
Okay.
or what they called themselves. So I will say the first place winner of the spring swing overall, they had the least amount of putts, which it either comes out with a lot of putts or a little putts. You can only get 4 at each team or each hole. So that first place team is team captain Megan Bryant, and her team, I'm gonna change it. It's called the Big Shots. Not what she called it.
Thanks, Megan.
Just-
Appreciate it. I'll make sure to talk to
Mhm.
her at city council next time I see her for
She did that. Yeah.
having an inappropriate team name.
Yes, inappropriate team names. They always win. Second place winner was Tommy Tull's team from Consolidated Communication, but he's actually from Mattoon, the Windsor area. Their name was the Windsor Winners. They were actually really surprised that they won. They were like, "You're kidding." I mean, a lot of these people were. At the end of the day, you're in it for fun, but when you actually win, that's a surprise. So third place, I think I can say this because the team name that was from CMB Bank and Trust, Droppin' Deuces was their name.
Yep.
Yep. And they
Yeah.
all won cash prizes, and they're going to be picking those up, or we'll be meeting with them and taking pictures, and we'll make it. Yeah. Just stop it.
Oh my goodness. I love it.
So-
I love it.
Other features that we had with this, we had a beach cart raffle. So we got a big beach cart and we just filled it with booze, and that thing sells itself. That's a lot of booze. That one was won by Mr. Sean Austin, ironically enough, with the Windsor Winners team too. Yeah, they got lucky. And we had a 50-50 cash raffle, and that was Miss Sarah Kirby. And we had the traveling trophy, which the bars that sign up the most teams, they get this trophy and they get to keep it at their place for a year. It was a tie this year, and it was neck and neck, and then it was one up and one down. And then when we had to re-audit the whole sheet, we discovered that one had been counted twice. So this bar thought they were up, and it's really competitive. So then they're at a tie. So they're in what we call a divorce situation. They're going to have a little custody battle with that. So one has agreed to keep the trophy for the year, and the other will take the after party next year. So that's how the after party location is decided, by the bar who signs up the most teams. And that's where we're at. So Palomino Club is going to retain the trophy. And then the after party for next year will be at the Funky Monkey.
All right.
That's where we're going to be.
How important are these events though for the community and for the chamber?
They're important for all of us. It's a fun event. Of course, it is a fundraiser for us, but it helps us to help the businesses that participate. So the bars that actually sign up for this, they benefit from it too. We bring the business into them. Everything that we focus this on goes through the bars, which, if you buy beer, then you're going to pay sales tax, and it just kind of goes around the world. So it's a day of fun in the fundraiser. So it is very important. These events are important, even if they're designed as being fun.
Well, and maybe somebody has a preferred location that they like going to, and they find a different place, and like, you know what, I've never been here before. This place isn't as bad as I thought it would be. And
it was really neat.
Come back.
And they offer food, so some of them really haunt you. The Thunderbird has this amazing pork chop sandwich they do every year, and I always tell people about it, and I think about it all year long. I didn't get one this year. I didn't get it.
Oh, no.
It's so sad, but next year I'll get that. But for the most part, it's fun. It's good.
All right, Linda. Well, we've talked about events that took place previously. Do you have any events that are coming up?
We do. Believe it or not, we do. We're working on, this is going to be our annual banquet. We're having this June 16th at the Pillars. If you ever notice, really go from one event to the other event to the other event to the other event. So
I kind of figured that out.
It's crazy the pace we have here, but I don't know if I'd do it. I couldn't. That's how I operate. But we're going to be reaching out. We're getting top sponsors. We're going to sell tables and tickets. We are going to be having this in the fashion of benefiting other not-for-profit organizations. So the ones that are going to be benefiting at the same time are Missions for Taylorville, which is a really important organization, and they're looking for volunteers right now. I know that. And Hope House. And we're going to feature and showcase what they do. So it's kind of built and designed around giving back, but also bringing awareness to what other not-for-profits there are in our area and how we can help them.
All right. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk to Mark about some of the stuff that he's got going on and see some of the other stuff going on in the area as we continue to interview Linda Allen and Mark Wolf with the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce. You're listening to WTIM, your information station.
Your information station, WTIM.
The Taylorville Food Pantry needs our help. This is John Gardner, president of Taylorville Kiwanis Club, asking you to donate non-perishable food at the Kiwanis Club's weekly drive-through donation day this Saturday from 9 till noon at Miller Media Group Studios at 918 East Park in Taylorville. Kiwanis members will be on hand rain or shine, taking non-perishable food and monetary donations, with everything donated to the Taylorville Food Pantry. This Saturday from 9 to noon, our Taylorville Kiwanis drive-through donation day, benefiting our local food pantry.
It's the less taxing, more saving sale going on through May 31st only at Taylorville Home Source, your local design center next to the driver's license office.
Make your tax return go further with 20% off all in-stock Shaw carpet and waterproof vinyl plank. Taylorville Home Source is your hometown source for Shaw flooring. And now through May 31st, stretch those tax refund dollars just in time for home remodeling with 20% off all in-stock Shaw carpet and waterproof vinyl plank. Get to Taylorville Home Source now for best selection. If you're 40 and over, you'll recognize these artists by their first names. Frank, Dean, Sammy, Andy, Nat, Diana, Michael. Well, here's the big news. You can now hear Central Illinois' largest music library with over 3,500 songs on air and online at 965thechill.com. Tune in on the FM dial in Christian County and on your computer or smartphone. Hear these great artists and many more 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on 965thechill.com.
Compassion ship. It may not even be a real word. It's more of a feeling. This is Rose Ruha with Visiting Angels. Compassion ship is when our angels combine companion care with genuine compassion. Companion care is perfect for seniors who need just a little help to remain safely at home while maintaining their routines and privacy. Everyone needs an angel. Let Visiting Angels be yours.
Visiting Angels, America's choice in home care.
Jim Stepp, owner of Central Illinois Asphalt in Taylorville, has over 40 years in the asphalt paving business. He's still at it today. Jim says, don't trust fly-by-night pavers claiming they've got extra asphalt, then play gotcha. Jim can do that asphalt repair and sealing and make your driveway or parking lot dust-free with recycled asphalt and environmentally friendly sealer that doesn't contain coal tar or other harmful things to your health. Click the Central Illinois Asphalt icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com to get Jim's contact information. He's your local paver with over 40 years experience.
At People's Bank and Trust, they say you can bank on us to put your business first. Finally, you have a real banking partner to make sense of business lending. Find out how People's Bank and Trust's business bankers can serve you by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Jeff Robinson from Advanced Title. Whether selling your home on your own or through your local realtor, please give us a call at 824-8007 for all your title work needs.
Your information station, WTIM.
Hi, welcome back to the WTIM Morning Show. Leroy Clamola here alongside Linda Allen and Mark Wolf talking to us a little bit about some of the great stuff that's going on in the community. And Mark, what you guys got? What you got going on right now?
Me and my wife, April, we're the chairs of the Chili Fest and members of the chamber. So we decided we want to do paint the streets in Kincaid. I'm also the superintendent of the village of Kincaid. So we decided we wanted to try to get more people in Kincaid involved. And so Linda graciously said that she would come and help with this.
Well, there you go, Linda.
We're so what it amounts to is we're painting off 6x6 blocks out in front of the city hall in Kincaid on State Street, and for $20 you can come and paint your own mural on whatever you want to paint. So and then there will be a little contest. I mean, a friendly contest of a winner, and they get to pick. I think we were gonna do the picking. The winner gets to pick, but I think now we're doing there's 6 charities that we're gonna donate the money to, and that's also going to be a little coffee can with $1. You put $1 in to vote, and who's ever got the most money. That money plus the proceeds from the paint streets will all go to that charity.
Very cool.
It's a neat concept.
Yeah, very cool. So, when will you be doing these murals then?
July 1st. We're going to from 9 to 3.
And then there is a whole. I printed this up for him too. So April Wolf is so gifted in the department of anything to do with all of this stuff. So she's made isn't an event page?
Yeah.
So she's got a page for this. Our goal, we did the Chalk the Square last year, and it was fun. We've been trying to bring something like that back, and we kind of learned. Your first year, you always learn. And April put this out, and I saw how she put this together, and I went, she's really put together. I mean, the connectability and how you sign up and all this stuff. So we are going to, ours is usually in July too. We are moving our date out more toward back to school because we want to go learn. We want to learn together on how to do this better and how to make it more fun. And it just brings art back to the downtowns. And there seems to lack that. Whenever I look, I don't ever see art or color. Or, it's so strange. But the goal with this is us learning from each other and making both of our events better.
Yeah, and help each community grow and each community build. That's a big deal as well. So very, very cool to be able to have that. And what a neat concept. All right, so Mark, if people want more information on this, do you have a Facebook page or a phone number or website that people can call or reach out to?
It is on the Chamber Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
It is on Village of Kincaid and Life in the South Fork. You can get links to it all there. There is PayPal and Venmo, and checks. Of course, all the information's on the websites about that.
That's where I got excited because when you click on this, it just takes you through to all these things. And this is exactly what this packet is. It's
you don't got to worry about anything. It does it for you.
All the work's
very
done
cool.
for you.
That's
cool.
That's one of my wife's specialties.
She's very gifted.
Very, very organized, streamlined things she likes to do.
Sometimes that's best.
Yep.
Tell you what.
And she does that with us with Chili Fest too. We all know where we're supposed to be.
All right, Linda, we got about a minute and a half left. Any other events coming up that you'd like to talk about? Any other things that you have that's coming up that maybe we didn't talk about or didn't touch on?
Boy, we have a couple of new members I want to talk about really fast.
Yeah.
And in between all of the chaos and everything, the business that walks on, business still continues daily. So we had a couple of new members, Prairie State Insurance Agency, Mr. Blaine Cornwell and Arlena Henley. All have been around for years. Blaine is actually my insurance agent. I reached out to him years ago, and I mean, they're competitive. They're good. I'll say when the tornado hit, he was the first one on my block, and everyone was like, how'd you get your agent here so fast? I'm like, I don't know. So welcome them to the chamber. We had another really interesting one, Harlow Industrial Services, LLC. Robert Harlow walked in. He does everything from garage doors. I mean, these things are technical. They're, I didn't realize. But he does all things industrial, overhead doors, hydraulic repairs, loading docks, service station, warehouse, all of this stuff. We're going to be announcing them. The funniest thing that he said to me was, no matter what, people at the end of the day have to be able to get in and out of their garage. I thought that was funny. Yeah. So Robert Harlow Industrial Services, LLC. Really, really good people. So we want to welcome them to the chamber.
Always good to have new members to the chamber
and changes
continue
things
to build.
out.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, if people want more information about the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce, where can they go?
You can call us. You can call us like a real person, 824-4919. Forgot my phone number. Our email is taylorvillechamber@gmail.com, or we have a Facebook page too.
And they can stop by the office. It's just over by
108 West Market, second floor. U.S. Bank.
Floor, yeah.
We're always there unless we're out doing something.
All right. Well, Linda and Mark, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to talk to us today about some of the great events that are taking place in the community that have taken place and are coming up.
There's lots of things.
Absolutely. And plenty of stuff. If you are bored or looking for something to do, have no fear. Check out the chamber. They got you taken care of. So more of the WTIM Morning Show coming up right after this.
Your information station, WTIM.
Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 W241 CF Taylorville, 107.5 W298 CD Shelbyville, 107.9 W300 EA